Man, did we set ourselves back. So where we once were about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of schedule, that one Seattle weekend put us right on track. Right? And right on track means being even more intense coming into these 4 weeks. So today we have a diet change. Things weren't kind of progressing the way that we wanted them to, or that my coach wanted them to, because again, I have no idea what these next couple of weeks entail as far as conditioning and as far as looks, all of that, which is why I hired a professional for this. So we have a diet change today, whole new plan. Basically, rice is out the window. We're done with that. But I'm gonna take you through the entire day. I have other things planned today, so I want you to actually see how I plan out a day too, where I'm not gonna be home, where I'm not gonna be in a normal environment. It's not a normal day, but we can't make excuses, right? We can't screw up at this point. We are 4 weeks out. Diet change. So first meal of the day is going to be 150 grams of chicken breast. Now, normally we would use our barbecue sauce for this, our sugar-free G. Hughes. However, that's out of the equation now for the next 4 weeks. Very sad, very sad. But good news is we could still use our Red Hot. And that's 0 calories. It's basically just cayenne pepper, vinegar, and a little bit of sodium. So that is great. Do not ever take sodium out of your diet unless your coach or unless you're getting down to like that peak week ever does, because sodium you need. The more sodium you can have, unless you have some sort of family history as far as high blood pressure, things like that, or unless you personally have high blood pressure or on some sort of medication. Sodium, salting your food is a very, very good thing. So 150 grams of chicken. We're using our rice and grinds. Basically, our only carbohydrate source outside of potatoes today, because rice is completely gone. So we have that here, and then we're doing 10 grams of peanut butter. And I'm just gonna stick that in there while this thing's hot. We have our handy dandy scale, of course, and that is going to be meal 1. Now from here on out, this is sort of a high day for me, what we're calling a high day, a high calorie day, but it's more higher fats day in each of our meals. And then we're going to transition into another new diet tomorrow, and we're going to be running probably 5 or 6 days like that, and then one of these high fat days, all depending on how the physique's coming out, weight stripping off, performance in the gym, energy. There's so many different things that go into this at this stage, at really any stage. Like, you gotta watch your energy, you gotta watch your sleep, you gotta watch what certain foods are doing to you, your performance in the gym if it's going down, stress levels. All of those things play a huge factor in weight loss, weight gain, feeling like crap. This thing is 90% mental. If you're feeling like crap, a lot of times we want to sink back into those comfort foods that we like, which, let's face it, tend to be sugary, tend to be like the worst things we can give ourselves when we're trying to lose fat, when we're trying to lose body fat, when we're trying to lose weight. Those are some of the worst things for us. Not that they can't be included, but when we kind of sink into ourselves and we feel crappy, we sort of include them in a higher quantity than we should, right? Let's be honest. So just because we're prepping, just because we're eating healthy, doesn't mean we can't have a good time, right? It just means that we have to kind of plan ahead. That's it. So meal number 2 is going to be 150 grams of chicken, loaded up on green beans. I have 0 limits as far as vegetables are concerned.
but green beans are my go-to for this whole prep. So there's no sense in changing those come the end. And then for today being a higher day, it's gonna be 66 grams of avocado. I love avocado. It sort of takes the place of the rice. I function a lot better with higher fats, right? I don't know if it's from doing keto for so long, fasting for so long, doing low carb for so long, but my body functions very well with when we take out the rice and we throw in little higher fats throughout each meal. For some reason, I just tighten up, drop. Not to say like, I know a lot of people lower carbs kind of tighten everybody up, but for me, it's dramatic, right? This next week, my body will take a whole different shape. And that just comes from experience. That just comes from knowing what works for you specifically. And that comes from experimentation. So at no point can you not enjoy your life just because we're doing these things. That's kind of what I want to show you today on this full day of eating is still gonna bring my food into the park, still gonna have a great time, ride a ton of roller coasters, and eat healthy. Get my steps in, feel good about it, just feel good about life. Look at that. So here we got meal 3. We are looking at 166 grams of beef, only 100 grams of sweet potatoes, and 0 veggies. So this one sucks. Let's just face it, this is way less than what we're used to. I don't know the calorie count yet. It's gonna be a surprise at the end of the day, but we're definitely taking this 4-week mark up a notch. And I can't say that I'm too happy about it. Forgot my hot sauce in the car. But another little thing too is a lot of times we don't want to prep because we think like places like this, like a theme park or concerts or this or that, won't let you in with your food. I have never, ever had a problem bringing Tupperware or food, prepped food into any place. I don't know why. It might be like one of those like because of the Disability Act where they can't ask you if you happen to have any sort of food allergies or a certain way of eating for celiac or something like that. So they just kind of let it through. So as long as you bring plastic utensils with you or grab utensils here, I have zero problem. I've had 0 problem. I use plastic containers, so I don't use the glass or anything like that. That might be an issue, but 0. So a lot of times we use that as an excuse too, as far as like, oh, well, I don't want to get stopped. I don't want to have to throw out my meals or this, that, the other thing. I would rather come prepared and be asked to throw them out and then have to kind of deal with whatever on the fly than not have a plan at all and basically just kind of wing the day. There are times for that, but again, right now, 4 weeks out is not the time for that. I screwed up in Seattle big time and I'm living with it. What do you want me to do? So that is it. This is one of those things, you've seen me eating this throughout this. This is one of my favorite meals. This is something that's gonna stick with me even past the competition. Something that was kind of a staple in my meals before anyway. So, but definitely not this small ass quantity. This is not fun. This is not good. This is just kind of like a tease until the next meal. Not a good tease. Last meal, best meal, we have the same thing we just had for meal number 3. So this is meal number 5. I had meal number 4 before, and it was the same thing as, lucky guess, meal number 2. So that was our green beans, our 150 grams of chicken, and our 66 grams of avocado. And here we have, again, our 166 grams of beef and our 100 grams of sweet potatoes. Very simple, very easy. Not exactly sure how many calories this is, so I'm gonna add this up. Okay, yeah, this would explain a lot of the hunger issues I've had today. So Today has been a very hungry day. We have over 20,000 steps in today. So we were very active, right? That kind of keeps your mind off of it. But I also drank almost 2 gallons of water today, which my normal is like a gallon and a quarter, gallon and a half on workout days. Today was a rest day, non-workout day. I knew I'd be walking all day. So that is a lot of water. And why? Because that is a hunger preventer. That and coffee for me really dampens my hunger, right? So I learned that from fasting, you know, from doing all those things, experimenting, exactly what I talk about on this channel, right? And I learned that drinking in a lot of water when you're hungry, you know, it just sort of kills that hunger a little bit, and then staying busy adds to it, and then it just disappears. Now, that's no big secret. It's just a lot of us can't control that. And that's one of the benefits of fasting, I think, which I'm going to talk about on this channel later on, so we won't get into it in this video. But that we are looking at 1,650 calories, 1,633 to be exact, but about 1,650, let's say. And that is almost 1,000 calories off of my maintenance, which I don't normally hit. I normally hit like 2,400. So let's say 800 calories off of my maintenance. That's huge. That's huge, especially being in a deficit this whole time. We are at 4 months of this. We have been working for 4 months, 16 weeks, and we have another 4 to go. Now, we're averaging about 3/4 of a pound a week or so. Plus there was 2 weeks in Hawaii there where I ate whatever I wanted, stayed pretty clean, came back even better. So I can't be happier with these results. I cannot be happier. This is freaking amazing. Awesome. So 4 weeks to go, 1,650 calories. I guess this is what my life is gonna be for the next 4 weeks, and that's okay. We're gonna be up in our cardio soon. We're going to be changing. This was a high day, so we're gonna go to a regular day. Rice is completely out of the picture, including a couple of rice cakes here and there. I'm actually becoming a real bodybuilder for these next 4 weeks. But it's all a process. It's all good times. It's all fun. Comment down below if you guys have learned anything in this. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything. We're going to start cheat day videos, things like that, in another couple of weeks. I have multiple destinations planned for this. I'm going to kill it this year. Like, we are going to kill it this year. And I'm going to show you exactly how to cheat and still maintain, or even get a little bit better of a physique here and there. That is going to be fun. But for right now, our concentration is this challenge, this competition, and we are going to bring the best package that I've ever had in my entire life. In my 30s, I'm going to look the best I've ever looked, and I can't be more excited. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.